I actually have another story that was hilarious. Okay. So the poster of me of the 160 snatch, I shouldn't even probably be saying this. I think I actually told this story years ago on the show, but the poster of me snatching 160 kilos with my USA singlet on, that was not a snatch. I did not snatch that weight. Now, taking the poster, taking that picture, I was snatching 160 like regularly. I mean, I could make it. I was doing it in meets. I was, gearing up for the games in 11. I mean, I was, I could do it. I'm not a fake with it or anything. But we planned on when the whole camera crew came in and the picture people came in. We're like, okay, John, you're going to snatch 60. I'm like, yeah, we'll snatch it. I'll stand up. I'm making sure I wear the singlet. I got my Penlay shoes on, and we got the Muscle Driver poster in the background. Like everything in that picture is literally on purpose. Everything you see, the Penlay plates in the background, how they're kind of flopped over on the platform. Like that was all design. The Penlay plates, the shoes, the singlet, the Cal Strength logo in the back, everything, of course, right? I mean, the team of professionals come in and then that's what they do. They make it all up, right? I mean, they were even like doing my hair and putting makeup on me and shit. It was crazy. Proper lighting. They had the lighting and everything. So I was a little nervous, that all these people I don't know were in there. And they're like, all right, so I start warming up. And for the life of me, I can't snatch 160. And really, they wanted 60 because 60 just looks cool. And especially at that time, a 94 snatching 60 was very, very good. Like no one was. Let's put it that way. I mean, it's still competitive, but, not as much as it was back in like 11, let's say. So I tried for like literally almost 2 hours. So frustrated. Go out, smoke a cigarette. Donnie's giving me advice. John, I don't understand the problem here. You just got to take the weight and you got to put it over your head. You do it every goddamn day. I was like, okay, Donnie, I understand. All right. So we come back in. Just can't do it. Just can't do it. I'm just so mad. This is one of those days. So like, how are we going to do this? All right, let's put it on top of you. I was like, fuck. All right. I kind of feel bad, but whatever. We got to get this thing done. So I'm standing there. Shit. And there's 160 on the bar. Two guys on each side grab the bar, heave it over their head, and I'm standing there in the position, right? I wish you could see me right now. I'm like doing it as we speak. They put the bar over my head, onto my hands, and they let go. At that time, I snatched 166 kilos, clean jerked over 192 kilos, back squatting about 250, 260. And I was on the Pan Am Games team, getting ready to go to Guadalajara. I cannot hold it over my head. I drop it. Just a horror. It drops behind me, puts another hole in the Cal Strength wall. There's 1,000 of them. Probably almost broke my neck. Plates went flying. Birds and babies were crying. And Glenn just looks at me and goes, John, why did you drop it? I go, Coach, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea why I just dropped that way. I cannot hold it over my head. So we do it again. Okay, ready, John? You got it? You got it? I'm like, yeah, I got it. Let's go. They let it go, falls in front. We tried this probably 20 times. And this is actually an interesting topic. And I would love to get Jared on the show tomorrow. Get Red, White, and Jacked on the show. We've been trying to get Kevin Cornell on the show as well. Reached out to him. So a lot of good guests coming up. But, and talk about this because it's very interesting. I can snatch 160 pretty much any day of the week, but I can't hold it over my head. Isn't that bizarre? So how the story ends is on like the 20th try, I was somehow able to balance it just long enough where, and of course they have one of those cameras that's like hook grip. It's like, where, I had it over my head for just enough where I yelled, ah, and it was starting to move. Click, they got it, and then I dropped it. So that poster, what you don't know is that literally a half a second later, it just comes crashing behind me, just breaking shit everywhere. And that's the story behind that. So, and it was just hilarious, that whole story, because Dave Spitz is just like, he's like crying. He's laughing so hard the whole thing. Like, he's not even mad. He's just like, there's tears coming down his eyes because every time I can't hold the weight, he's dying of laughter. Like, how is this fucking possible that my athlete can't, God forbid I can't hold it up. God forbid I can't overhead squat it. I mean, God, I would do horrible at the OTC. But I mean, think about this. I've never overhead squatted a weight. There's never been one training session where I've ever had to overhead squat a weight. Never. That's why I'm not a big believer in drop snatches or, I believe there were some times where I did some overhead squats, I should say, in a complex where after I'm done standing up from the snatch, I do an overhead squat. So I get the whole Russian programming, the complexes, time under tension. I agree with that. We do a little programming with that, what team do, but for the most part, I've never racked a weight, threw it over my head like some teams do in some programs, and then squat it. I've just never done it. I just don't even get the point. What is this?